Yes.
Good. All right. Hey everybody, this is, Zero, everyone's favorite purple unicorn dragon thingy. And I have here with me, Jay the Bird.
Woo! Hey guys.
Yeah, mi birdo amigo Latino.
Yes.
I don't know if that's a word.
See.
Yeah.
Fucking racist.
He's actually recording it. I'm just doing the intro because I'm better at them apparently. But
I only draw.
Yeah, I'm the talker, but I'm the actor. But no, we're just taking some time out to ramble and rant about a movie we just saw. We both, we're going to talk about Prometheus.
Oh.
It's going to be kind of an off-the-cuff random review of sorts, but I know Prometheus has been out for a while, but I wanted to talk about it, and Jay wanted to talk about it after he saw it, and he didn't see it until just recently, so yeah, we're just going to talk about it now. I don't know, I'm thinking maybe before we share about our opinions, maybe we should talk about kind of what our mindset was going into it and what our expectations were.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Why don't you start off?
Oh, okay. So, first off, you've read my journal that I was actually very excited to see this movie. And instead of that, I went to watch Men in Black 3, which was okay, I guess. So, I've heard, a lot of mixed reviews of the movie, good and bad. It's the best movie ever, or it's, the worst piece of shit I've ever seen. And my expectation was actually very high, sorry. And I went with my brother last week. We were excited and all, and in the theater, there was only 4 people, including us.
Woo!
Woo! Prometheus! Creak, creak. And then after that, after the movie was done, we look at each other, me and my brother, and we went, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck was this? We just got out, and we've been this is seriously, we've been very serious. We didn't talk. We just thinking, trying to analyze what we watched, because we couldn't process it in our little heads, It's and then we start to just ramble. Oh, spoilers! This movie fucking sucks.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's hold off on the grand reveal in our opinions, but yeah, I thought it sucked too. I don't hate the movie as much as I'm just really disappointed.
Me neither.
I thought it was pretty fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I had kind of slightly different expectations going in from you because, when I first saw the trailer, and it was a damn good trailer, mind you,
mm-hmm.
I was really excited about this because I like I like a fair amount of Ridley Scott stuff. I think he's a very competent director.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the thing that hooked me is the trailer was really cool, but when I did some research, they said it was basically going to be Ridley Scott, and he was sort of kind of revisiting the Alien universe, which everyone knows has gone to shit.
Yeah, actually, that was what I liked also. It was directed by Ridley Scott. Okay, that hooked me up. I mean, that's great. Going back to the roots, going back to the good old classic Alien franchise.
Yeah, they said it started off as an idea of a prequel, but then they kind of it sort of branched off, and they said it was going to be more like a spiritual predecessor without being completely tied in, but it had a few elements here and there, and you could totally see them, in the trailer. Mm-hmm. And when I looked at that thing, I'm thinking, I really want to check this out. It looks similar to Aliens in a lot of ways, but that's not necessarily a bad thing because, the last horror movie I saw in a theater was the 2011 prequel remake, the pre-make of The Thing, which was pretty horrible.
And also, and also what got me interested about this movie mostly is how I didn't see the alien in the trailers.
Yeah.
And it was I got hooked up. Finally, they're gonna come up with something. It's not like they're gonna shove Alien, the star of the movie, right now. It's there's gonna be something, I don't know, something creative, maybe psychological horror or something. That's what I actually thought. That's what actually hooked me even more. Besides Ridley Scott, and besides that this movie could have been something really different, something that finally Hollywood just man just snapped of inspiration and creativity and started to come up with something unique. And well,
I was dying for a halfway decent sci-fi horror. I haven't seen one in a long ass time, and I really wanted this to be the one.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen.
No.
So, and for various reasons. But before we go into why we thought the movie sucked, can we both agree that it's at least a very good-looking movie?
Yes. Yes,
it's not
I
all
agree.
CGI environments like fucking Avatar. That's actually real.
Yeah, exactly. It's much more real. I actually bought everything about the looks of this movie. It feels like it's real. It looks amazing. Way much more amazing than Avatar. Avatar just looks like a very well-drawn comic book, which is not real. But here, it looks real. It looks dimensional and all. Yeah. It has its own personality and all.
Yeah, and Ridley Scott's always been really good at that. So, I'll give kudos where they're due there, but it's kind of where it ends for me. Oh, and there's one other thing I will say too that I really liked, even though I think the motivations are totally stupid and fucked up and don't make any sense. Michael Fassbender, is that his name? The guy who plays the robot David.
Oh yeah,
his character was actually pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, he was actually good.
Even though I didn't know what the fuck he was doing or why he was doing what the fuck he was doing half the time. Watching Fassbender was actually pretty fun.
I mean, I have to say, is he a robot? Really? Because he had actually much more personality than the fucking humans.
Yeah.
That's amazing. How do you manage to make the robot have much more humanity than the main characters? How?
Yeah. Why don't we just go into it?
Yeah.
What do you think has sucked about the movie?
Oh, God. That's going to be really hard because I've been thinking and trying to organize what's the worst part of this movie. And there's so many things. But I have a theory about this movie. I want you to hear what do you think about it. First off, let me just explain how it is. Let me see. It's not one of those weird metaphors I'm going to use. It's not. Don't worry.
I don't know. I kind of like your metaphors.
Thank you. It's more like Ridley Scott wrote this script.
No, he didn't write the script. It was written by some other dude, one of the writers of Lost.
Okay. So,
which explains a hell of a lot when you think about it.
So let's just say it's like they both worked on this movie, right?
Yeah.
Called Prometheus. It's gonna be like a classic alien movie, right? Well, like in space and all that shit. And then they went to the producers, and then they said, "We want to make you this movie. Here's like the script, a preview, blah blah blah." And the producers didn't like it, so they said, "No. After your flop with Robin Hood, I don't think we don't want you to make another movie." So what happened? What happens? Really, Scott was. I want to make this movie because and then just like that, pull out of his ass. It's related to Alien. What? It's related to Aliens. The Alien franchise.
Marketing.
And then money, just like that. So,
holy shit! This isn't an original idea. It's totally based on something already existing. We're all about that.
We're all about that. We like this shit.
We're Hollywood. We remade Total Recall, a movie barely 20 years old.
I know. We made fucking The Thing, the pre-make. But it's like that. I mean, what I'm getting is, it's a completely different movie. If you forget about Alien, that's what it is.
Yeah.
A completely different movie. They just slapped Alien because they thought that nobody was going to watch it.
Yeah, and really, the connections are pretty tenuous. I mean, there's continuity errors, and when I was going into this, I was pretty much willing to judge it on its own merits. I wasn't expecting it to tie in immaculately to Aliens. I was more or less going to treat it like its own movie.
Yeah.
So there was no legacy in my mind or anything, and I still thought it sucked.
Yeah, and the thing is, if this is the origin of Alien, or what happened, which we will get into later, it's a fucking mess.
Yeah, it is.
It's a huge mess. So I think we should start with the characters.
Well, you know what? I'm just going to start.
I don't know how you want to start.
I'll just basically sum up my two big gripes here. Well, actually, I think there's, because I've thought about this before, and there's three big reasons why I think this movie really fails on a lot of levels. Mm-hmm. Just as a general movie, and also as science fiction, because I'm a science fiction fan. I like good sci-fi.
Yeah.
And I think this movie really falters in that regard, too. But issue number one is and I think this is a bullshit thing a lot of people say. It's like, oh, I walked out of the theater, and I really like a movie that doesn't give you all the answers on a silver platter. And, okay, yeah, a movie that sparks discussion and gets you to think is good.